So this is how you can make your 5.7 HEMI RAM or charger, whatever you have that has a 5.7 HEMI faster. I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of the mods that I think are best for a 5.7 HEMI RAM. Y'all, welcome back to another video. Happy Tuesday, and I want to say welcome back, man. I definitely appreciate those who are watching my channel, who subscribe to my channel, and also definitely take their time out their day to check out my uploads. Definitely means a lot. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how you can help make your 5.7 HEMI RAM faster. Some mods that I think is best and that could help make your 5.7 HEMI RAM fast if you are planning on trying to get your 5.7 HEMI RAM to make more power. So with that being said, if you're here for your first time on my channel, this is my 2014 Ram 1500 I'm sitting in right now, and this truck is pretty much bone stock, not really done to it much yet. Under the hood pretty much just got a core intake for now. So if you're a fan of Mopar or a fan of these 4th generation Ram, I have a lot of things planned for this truck within the next couple weeks, month. I'm going to be doing a lot of mods to this truck, planning on building this truck into a truck that I personally have had a vision about in my head for a long time. Going to really just bring everything to life. So if you're here trying to support your boy, definitely click that subscribe button. I would definitely appreciate it. So now, most people want to know how you can really make your 5.7 HEMI RAM faster. Now to think about it, the 5.7 HEMI RAM is like been around for a long time, way before like the 6.4, all that stuff. Or yeah. So I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like, I know for a fact a lot of people talk shit about the 5.7 HEMI, saying you can't really make too much power out of the 5.7 HEMI, but to be honest, what I think is really like it really depends on what you personally trying to do. But I do feel like the 5.7 HEMI RAM, 5.7 HEMI is definitely a good start off when you are planning on doing like mods. Why? Because there's endless things you could do to it. Definitely a huge room for improvement when you're trying to make power. So that's just what I think might be different for you, but that's my personal opinion. So now, let's say you got yourself a 2014 Dodge Ram, 4th generation, and you trying to get some power out of it. We all know Rams, it's not the best. I wouldn't say it's not the best, but are known for a lot of weight a lot, and it really takes few mods to really make them make some good power, but they could make a lot of power when it's like that. Like when you put mods on that's actually gonna help your truck make power, not just like mods that you think that's gonna help make your truck faster. But my first thing I would say that I feel like it's necessary when you have a Ram 1500 with the 5.7 HEMI inside, I would just look into trying to first thing I upgrade is to do like a gears, like change out the gears and stuff like that. Why? Because not much for like power wise, but more so like to be able to put down a little bit more torque because of how heavy the truck is. So I would definitely say to look into getting like a higher gear and stuff like that. That would be like the first mod I would say to do. And then after that, another thing that can help you is upgraded torque converter. Definitely. Now that depends on whatever you plan on doing with your truck. It really does depend on that, but I think that those two things right there will help when you plan on adding more mods that's going to help your truck make more power. So now with that being said, the next thing I would say is, I touch up on this topic a lot, so the next thing I would say is to do a 6.4 truck intake manifold. Why not the 5.7? Because the 5.7 intake manifold on these trucks is really not the best. So I would say to upgrade to a 6.4 truck intake manifold. Pretty much the same thing I'm planning on doing, and get it ported. And then the next thing I would say, to do a custom cam, like a free flow exhaust system for your truck. Also, that's gonna help your truck a lot. Could be catback, full catback exhaust. There's a lot of different like brands out there for exhaust, or not cam, but how you call it, long tube headers. There's different brands out there too. But I know a lot of people been saying, though, one thing I noticed is I haven't really on myself. I'm looking to get one. I don't understand, but there's like a mix. It's two different sides, like where a lot of people saying the JBA long tube headers is like the best for the 5.7 HEMI, but right now, and then I see some people complaining saying the JBA long tube headers, they not really like the best in quality and stuff like that. It's like a hit or miss. But I personally been trying to get some headers. I'm in a boat right now trying to get some headers, looking to get some headers exhaust next day for this truck. But I've seen JBA headers, they're not really that expensive, but people saying they really, good for the 5.7 HEMI. But it's kind of dang near hard to get. It's kind of like a in the middle thing. But I would say if you could get one of those, good, but not Cook's long tube headers. But there's different kind of brands out there. It just doesn't have to be the ones that I'm mentioning, as long as it's long tube headers and not like a shorty headers and stuff like that. Now, so cam, custom cam, 6.4 truck intake manifold, upgraded gears, torque converter. You could do definitely another thing I would say to do you definitely gotta get your truck. I think it's I forgot what I was gonna say, but you definitely gotta get it tuned. That's like overall, I feel like the mod and like doing like a tune on a truck after you do a bunch of mods to your truck is definitely gonna help your truck make a whole lot more power. Definitely gonna help a lot, like a whole lot. And I think that, and one thing I didn't mention, obviously you gotta upgrade your cold air intake. Get a nice aftermarket cold air intake. The ones I have on here right now is like the air brake cold air intake. But when you're doing like the 6.4 truck intake manifold, I think there's different ones that you can use, because it's, but there's different ones that you can use though. But just like, I personally think that if you got a HEMI Ram, these are like the mods that I think that could help you make a lot of power. But it's it could be more like upgraded heads, all that stuff you could do. But I'm just saying, like, to start off with trying to make some power, this will be like my starter kit for my truck right now is the same exact thing I'm doing. Pretty much, unless now you're trying to do a crazy amount of, make probably 1,000 wheels, then I'll say definitely you got to go a different route. But now, starting off, you could definitely make a lot of power. There's much more stuff out there, don't get me wrong, that you could do that I probably didn't mention. But I'm just saying this would be like my starter kit to making my 5.7 HEMI Ram make a lot more power. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Peace out.